go ahead and get into it. Good morning, though, if you're in here. Good morning. Glad to have you all. So I'm just looking at SPY real quick. I'm actually going to go through my list already. So every day I like to start with Tesla, Apple, NVIDIA. I'm actually changing out NVIDIA for AMD today. And I'm probably going to start with Boeing. I think DAL has earnings today. Yeah, they did. And they actually did better than the estimates. Okay, nice. So DAL up and flagging up against a pretty good level, actually, when it broke 3970s. That's actually above this recent resistance. So it's actually kind of up here. So let me see again. What was that price at? It's in the 4070s, 4115s. All right, let's look back at that. 4070s. Yeah, so it's up here in the top resistance. It's the last resistances I even drew. Yeah, so it's up. So Boeing in relation could be smacking its head up against this 184 pretty soon. Again, not saying it's going to instantly follow what Delta Airlines is doing, but that is a good sign. While we're kind of tilting back up, you can see we have a gap down, we have a reversal hammer, we have an inverted, we have another long-legged candle after seeing another one here. So we're kind of getting a rounding look here, in the perfect spot for what can be a potential higher low. You have a low here, and then you have a higher low here. So potentially a good reversal point for Boeing. I'll remove some of those lines though. Don't need to have all that. Alright, so I'll start with Boeing. We're going to say above... Yeah, we'll go with that one. Above 178.35, stop loss at 178. Below, I think I'm going to go with this level here. I was wanting to go with the close right here of yesterday, but you might as well go at the open because you're already super close. It's really not that far, so you might as well just wait for that more passive level at 175.40. Stop loss at again, good morning if you guys are in here. Sorry, I'm just trying to get through the list. What's up, though, White House Cat? What's up, Sal? What's up, Anderson? Glad to have each and every one of you in here. So let me go back to my list. So we have the above, work on the below. We think we want below 175.40. Stop loss at 170. Oh, I was typing 175. 176. That'd be a perfect stop loss. Target. Previous day close is at about 175. That'd be a perfect first target. 174.50. 174. Let's say 173 after that. All right, so Boeing is done. Pretty simple on that one. And again, guys, all the levels that aren't, from like what you can see, are probably from the bigger time frame. Again, a lot of these are going to be emerging candles. If you were to zoom over to the far left of any of these charts, you could see we have drawn on emerging candles, whether it's from the daily or the 4-hour. That is different on every chart. But again, if you want to see how this is done, go to the technical analysis routine playlist on my YouTube channel, as well as the Sunday stream. The Sunday stream, we literally went through all of these live together. So none of these levels have really changed since Sunday. The only ones that have been interchanging are some of these smaller time frames. From day to day, I can readjust the previous day levels, my current day levels, And you can see I'm not really having to do as much here because we're just kind of in the same area. But from last week to now, I have had to adjust some of the smaller time frame levels. So make sure you guys are also doing that. But let's get our smaller time frame levels here because you can see I don't have them all. We have previous day low to worry about. Whoops. Previous day low to worry about 977. Previous day close is about right here, 986, pretty good level to mark. 990, it's a pretty good level, good support before being rejected and broken. Still being rejected. It's kind of a, if you mark this level here, I'm not going to leave it marked, but support, it broke through, failed to come up, so it made a higher, lower high. Came back down, made that support, came back up. Right before close, it rejected it with what was almost looking like it wanted to be kind of an inverse head and shoulders. So that would have been pretty bullish if that would have been in the middle of the chart, but it wasn't. It was at the end of the day. But I'm going to remove that. I don't want that line still there. Previous day high we have marked. Previous day open, sitting about right here at 997. You can mark that as well if you want. Back out. PPI came out. We're doing higher than better. Higher than, I don't know what the heck that even just said. It like jumped off my screen. I think we did good on PPI. I'll have to go double check that though. I think it's saying bullish, but I clicked off my screen very quick. So PPI numbers might not be doing too bad right now, which would be a second relief rally in my opinion, considering this is what you saw for CPI relief. CPI came out, this is what you saw for them, and now you're seeing it again for the PPI, so probably going to try and hold that. We'll end up seeing what happens here today, but definitely need to be watching this level here in 4400s. This is a really big area for them resistance wise. Support wise, I'm actually surprised we held this perfectly, but this is the level I've been saying for weeks that we need to come down and test. There is one more down here at 4290s. That's kind of scary. For bulls at least, and there is an in-between here. I just keep it open so we can see these levels a little better, but there is an in-between level here. It's about right there at 4340, not 4440. So tons of levels here for SPY, but as you can see, we were approaching historic levels. Again, the only two levels on here right here are from the smaller time frame. Everything else is from this bigger time frame, and you can leave them marked. So I'm going to remark some of my SPY levels as well. We can mark that previous day high. My previous day closes about right here, so I'm going to mark that. Previous day opens way over here. I can mark that. 4440 perfectly. Let's go back to Tesla. Let's get some of our levels going on that. We only have Boeing done yet so far. Alright, here we go. Tesla, we can do above. Ooh, that'd be kind of risky, but 987 wouldn't be horrible. Actually, right here would be great. 988.20. That'd be a very risky place for calls, but I think I'm going to type that. I'm going to say above 988.20 for risky long scalps to 992/995. And then I'm going to say above 1005.50, this level way up here, more passive level. You can say stop loss at below. Alright, so what I did is I said above 988.20. You could target 992, 995, 997 for scalps. And I like that because it's above the previous day close. It's above that short-term support, turn resistance. So not saying that's going to fly to the moon. Just saying that would be a pretty good short-term long scalp entry level there. But then I went ahead and I set 1,005 for the new break above with the plan and everything around that. Now we're planning the break below, which I actually think I want to go with this level here. So I just realized that is a little bit lower. It's that 2 day ago close. 1, 2, previous day close. So I'm going to go with that level because it happens to actually surpass my break below here from the previous day low. So I'm going to leave that there as a stop loss level. But overall, that is going to be a good break below. 975.60. We'll just say 975.50. Stop loss at 977. Target at, you could say 972.50, then go to 971. I'm just going to go straight to 971. Alright, so BA, Tesla are done. Apple, might leave Apple here again, but I do like to always just kind of leave it on that list every time I go through it. But I don't think I'm going to do anything with Apple again for the watch list. We did day trade it a lot the other day and the day before. But overall today, probably just going to leave it on the sideline again. But we'll keep it on the watch though, for any kind of extra plays that are happening between these levels here. So we can add a couple. We can add this previous day low. Previous day opens about right here. That'd be a decent level considering it also is above your previous day close. It's way down here. But small little range of just super indecision is about right here. So that'd be a really good pivot point area to watch. But for bulls bouncing off and trying to hold support, and for bears to break off of and under to show weakness, fear. But let's leave Apple off the list, but it's a great side watch. AMD, I'm really glad this didn't just exit range or anything. Let's add some levels on this. Actually, I might not have to. So we got our pre-market high. Previous day low is about right here. We'll just leave 94.40 here from the bigger time frame. That actually is everything I need, I think. Should be fine. Previous day close and pre-market low line up perfectly at 95.10. Yeah, so we're going to say above 96.35. Stop loss at I was going to say 96, but 96.05 is actually turning out to be feasible. So without that, it's a 30-cent stop loss, not horrible. Target, we'll say 97. You could say 96.50 if you really want to keep a short target. 97.40. 98. Below, and I'm just going to go straight for that 94.40. Not even going to mess with anything else. Stop loss at 94.70. Target 94. 93.50. 93. Alright, so we got BA, Tesla, AMD. Let's do Walgreens. Walgreens also didn't move. Awesome. And this one was another weird one yesterday. Yesterday, and normally when I do alerts in my channel, I'll try to do one early on. So a more riskier, more gamble type play. We ended up taking calls as it was breaking this. And then we ended up selling during this candle changing back over. So that was actually a super risky trade. We ended up making money on it, but overall you could see after that, price went back up. Hit that same resistance one more time. Hit that same resistance a second time. And ever since then, we just kind of range traded. Broke below the previous day low, as well as today's open. And the pre-market range. Under 44.40s. Now we're under that as resistance. So, pretty good chance for taking calls above this level here. And if it ends up pushing this, you have a really good target as well. So, if you want to really play another good side watch, and I'm going to add it to my list as a side watch. So I'm saying above 44.45, possible push to previous day high. You also have in between levels here, but again, I just wanted to point that out because that was a very high probability chart there. Below previous daily low target. 70s. All right, so BA, Tesla, AMD, and we have one side watch for WBA. I'm also just going to type Apple there so I can remember later on during the day that I need to keep backing onto that. Palantir. I'm going to mark that pre-market high. Kind of got a heavy resistance right here at 1280 as well. So PLTR is another great side watch, I'd say. I'm going to say side watch above 1270s, below 1240s. Coin, another solid one, just kind of sitting in range. I think this is the all-time low, if I'm correct. Yeah, we've never been this low for coin. This is the lowest coin has ever been. So it's nice to go back and check Bitcoin, see what the heck they're doing. They kind of dropped after hours, picked back up. Ever since then, they've maintained a low, and they're higher than that right now. So potentially trying to move higher today. Don't 100% know. Squeezing. I don't really like to chart Bitcoin a whole lot, but it is very useful whenever you're looking at Coinbase, things that relate to cryptocurrency. You're going to mark some recent supports, nothing fancy. Just want to see something. And yeah, if it ends up rejecting here, this can be a very big bear flag for Bitcoin. But I do see we do have a potential higher low kind of starting here. I see we kind of have some lines down there. If you go over to coin, we don't have that. So be very careful with coin today, but this could be a potentially big range trade chart today, but I'm still going to add it to the list because I want to kind of keep it on everyone's list and everything. But that does look like it wants to continue. But let me know in the comment section what's everyone else looking at today. You can kind of see what most of what my team's looking at. And I'm about to share the list on my screen. I just wanted to get it done. But BA, Tesla, AMD, Coin, Side Watches, WBA, Apple, Palantir so far. But yeah, let me know what y'all are looking at. So Coin, let's add some smaller time frame levels. Pre-market high. Pretty good, just recognizable level there. Previous day high, previous day low. So we got some pretty good levels there. To the downside, it's going to be all psychological. So I'm going to say above 153. Stop loss at I want to choose something that's not horrible. Below 149, stop loss at 150. Target 147.50, 146, 145, 142.50, and 140 if you really wanted to keep going. And then last one I wanted to check was Facebook. I liked Facebook a lot on the bigger time frame. I don't ever really have fun with them day trading, but they have a lot of levels here. Not only from far price action, but from recent. You can see it is a lot of very messy on the daily, but on the smaller time frame, it's very useful. Getting basically every level I need for Facebook. So I need to mark that pre-market high. Previous day close is way up here, 214. And you can see we're already breaking below previous day lows, not only with one drop, not only with one drop, but we've picked back up, rejected it as well. So showing very, very, very big strength here at the 213 level now for bears. So overall, that's a really good level to watch for Facebook. I don't think I'm going to add that to the list, though. We already have 4 things on here, as well as 3 decent side watches. If there's any other tickers that you guys want me to look at, let me know. We'll go look through them real quick. Anderson says INTC. And yeah, you're probably better off playing AMD than INTC, in my personal opinion. But I will still go through INTC, because why not? And what I'm doing right now is I'm backing out to the daily time frame, because I want to get some effective levels over here. And you can see we are kind of right here for current price. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to grab some emerging candles. If you don't know what this is, head over to the TA routine playlist. It'll give you everything you need. We just zoom on over to the right. See, I'm missing a little bit between 46.70, 45.50. That's going to be right here. 46.30s is right there. You have a decent level here at 45.87. So it looks like for INTC, they have a similar resistance to a lot of the semiconductors, but they have that kind of recent resistance from the past 2 days in the same area. And what's a really good, does everybody know what is a really good ETF to look at when looking at any semiconductor? You have SMH, SOXX, and SOXL. Something that's great about my community is a lot of them don't just trade the individual charts. A really, really cool trade example from yesterday was, okay, here's the signals from yesterday. Was this one by JBake. So he's talking about PayPal. He didn't just play the PayPal chart. You know, he didn't just stare at this chart. He also applied it with one, as you can see, multiple time frames, but also on another screen, he was watching the Qs, NASDAQ. He was watching that as well as SPY to help him have a more clean trade. So what he was looking for is a break of support from any of these bigger or any of these time frames on PayPal, but also instead of just on PayPal, he's also doing it for the different relating charts. In that case, it would be the Qs. In your case, looking at INTC, it would be looking at one of these semiconductor ETFs. So make sure you're combining that extra confirmation so it gives you a lot more clean signal. And a lot of people will say that's just impossible to do. Yes, it's impossible for people who are lazy and don't want to look. But if you go look and you back test and you look through the different ETFs, you know, go look at it. You know, let's say you were looking at calls right here, right? But the volume wasn't rising. You didn't like that, right? So it showed a fake out, and then you see it break. Well, if you see INTC doing the same thing at the same time, it's not bad to grab a put here and then set your stop loss at the high, or wait until it builds support, and then you can try and get some calls above the resistance, right? So give yourself that help by looking at the entire sector. Don't just look at INTC. If you're going to look at INTC, make sure to look at other things with it as well. You know, if you want to watch NVIDIA and AMD with it, be my guest. But still better to look at those ETFs over those individual stocks alone, if that makes sense. PayPal's getting dumped. Why is that? Oh, the CFO is leaving. And they struggled to hit guidance. That's something everyone wants to hear. Hey, at least he's going to Walmart. He's going from PayPal to Walmart. I mean, he's literally going from like a pretty big company to an empire. So that's a good sign for him. Maybe not for PayPal. So clearly he was important. All right, guys, I'm going to send the watch list out. All right, watch list is posted, and just to show everyone one last time, since not everybody is going to be in our chat, we have Boeing, Tesla, AMD, Coin, and then we have a couple of side watches. I didn't add any notes on Apple because we just have a bunch of levels on it already, so no need to really go hard. Palantir, all that good stuff. And guys, if you're in my chat and you see these links here, you can click them. They take you to the channel. But you can see strategies posted in here. See all that good stuff. BB Bootcamp. Have some quizzes here. Educational server. That'll take you straight over to here where you can click here. They'll take you to the server where you have all kinds of information here, which a lot of people haven't gone through. It's okay, but there's a ton of amazing info here. So make sure to go through that when you have time. We also have, we also have workshop classes, which I have 8 of them now, which is a lot. All of them are like at least 30 minutes to an hour. So really, really good long videos, but all of them cover really, really good topics. You can see we covered volume here. We did our 230 to 1K swing trading challenge there. Got 10-man talking spreads, Greeks, IV, day trading, charting, swing trading with patterns, more day trading. So tons of info in there. You have YouTube, of course, which you guys are on. Volume and Fibs by JBake. Pattern trading, which breaks down not just patterns, but how you can use them on bigger time frames to go on the smaller time frames and make super, super, super effective day trades. So I'll leave you guys with that. I thank you guys for the stream. I thank you guys for being here. Please leave a like on this stream video and everything. It'll help out the channel big time. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. And there is no stream tomorrow or Friday. These are for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday only. But I'll see you guys in the chat. If you guys aren't in here, click on the link in the bio and you can join in here. Hit me up. I'll give you a trial. Thank you guys.